the freedom to impart to all the souls who are yearning to be born, who want to rise with the sun and greet the moon, yearning to be a soul that's free to have his victory, freedom just to try, freedom to ascend to the sky. You've no right to stop the beating of this heart. No right to stop this life just when it starts. I want to live, for I have the right to be. I want to do all that God has planned for me, and then I'll be a soul that's free.
The decision is close at hand. Are you ready? Oh, yes, but I can hardly believe I'm going. There are no guarantees. I've heard all the stories, but I still want to go.
That's free.
I'll be with you.
I'm pregnant.
What?
I said I'm pregnant. Do you want some coffee?
You're pregnant? How in the world?
I don't know, but don't worry, Doc. You can finish med school. I'm gonna have an abortion. Did you want coffee?
Hold it. Run that by me again?
I'm pregnant.
I know that. But what's this about abortion?
I'm going to have an abortion. I'm not having the baby.
You went ahead and decided this on your own.
It's my decision to make.
It's our baby.
What baby? It's a long way from being a baby. It's just tissue. I'm going to have an abortion.
You think you can put an end to life just like that? That's a baby inside you.
Brian, please don't preach at me.
But it's a scientific medical fact. Life begins at conception. We've talked about it.
Brian, please.
Rachel.
Look, I don't need your textbook definitions.
Textbook definitions?
It's my body, and I can do what I want with it. You can't deny me that.
What's happened to you? I don't believe this. You've got your answers down pat.
Brian, look, you know I love children, but be practical. This isn't the right time. We've got so much to do yet. And besides, abortions are safe these days.
Safe? Who's been talking to you? Do you know how many women can't have children anymore because they've had abortions? And if there are complications, you could die.
Oh, come on. Thousands of doctors are doing abortions every day.
Don't call them doctors.
It's not illegal. You can't stop me. I've made up my mind, and there's nothing more to discuss.
Rachel, please listen for just a second. What you've got to realize is the baby is part of you. And you are part of the baby. And if you kill our baby, you'll be killing part of yourself. And part of me, too.
I don't have to take this. I don't believe it's a baby. It's not alive. I don't care what you say. I don't care. I just don't care.
How can people be so cruel? They're not really cruel. They just don't understand. Remember, love is the key.
And that's why I'm here speaking to you tonight. Because people just don't seem to care anymore. 5 years ago, when I began speaking on the issue of abortion, it was hard to believe that I was going to have to go out and convince people that human life is sacred, that here in America, a nation conceived in liberty, the murder of an unborn child would be condoned by the Supreme Court. And with this in mind, I'd like to open the floor to any questions that you might have. And if so, please step up to the mic in the center aisle.
Hi.
Good evening.
I agree with you that this is a free country. So then, doesn't a woman have the right to decide what she does with her own body?
Yes, she does have that right. But the baby's not just another part of the mother's body. It's a separate life. And she does not have the right to kill her child in order to control her body.
What about rape?
Rape is a question that invariably comes up in my lectures. I think because people really care about helping a woman that's been raped. But what they don't understand is that rape almost never results in pregnancy.
Why not?
Because medical evidence shows us that the severe emotional shock of the rape throws off her monthly cycle so much that pregnancy is virtually impossible. But in those extremely rare cases where pregnancy might occur, a woman needs loving and compassionate care, not the additional trauma of an abortion.
So you think the woman should have the child and be constantly reminded of the rape?
No. If she doesn't want to raise the child, the best alternative is adoption. Many people wait in line for years for the opportunity to adopt a child. There's no such thing as an unwanted child.
It seems to me that...
Hold on a second. For the sake of the knees and the ankles and the general health of the people in your aisle, why don't you just stay at the mic with your buddy? I'm totally convinced that you're going to come up with another question. Yes.
It seems to me that your type of movement is trying to impose its religious views on everyone else. Well, what about people who don't believe in God?
Religion is not the issue. The issue is whether or not you have a reverence for life. And if you have a reverence for life, you can't kill unborn babies. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Let's say you do stop abortion. What would happen to our population problem?
We don't have a population problem. The United States is suffering from a population rate that is declining.
There's one thing you say I can't quite understand. Abortion is killing babies. It's not that at all. It's simply the terminating of the products of conception. What's the big deal?
Products of conception? That sounds like a manufacturer's term. Are you a manufacturer's rep? Listen, is everything disposable these days, even babies?
Look, I'm not going to argue the point with you, but I can tell you one thing. That is, abortion is no trauma. 3 months ago, my girlfriend had an abortion. We both decided that at that time it was the right thing to do. And neither of us have had any problems at all.
Have you ever been in a car accident?
Yeah.
Well, the pain of abortion can be like whiplash. You may not know you have it for several months and maybe even years. But then the severe pain comes. The pain of knowing that you are responsible for the death of your own child. And at that point, you have to turn to someone who really cares, who really loves you. We have no more time for questions. I thank you all very much. Good night.
I didn't know it could be so painful. How many times have you tried?
I've been aborted 3 times.
Oh.
We have to remind them that life is sacred.
Brian? Brian?
What should I do?
Wait. Just wait.
Hi.
Hi. Brian, I told you there was nothing more to discuss. I'm having the abortion. So let's just get this over and our lives back to normal.
It's not that easy. We're gonna have this baby.
We? What do you mean we? I am going to have an abortion. It's that simple.
Simple? Oh, I wish it were that simple. I mean it. There's no question that finishing med school, paying the bills, and even life in general would be a lot easier without the addition of a baby. And I've thought a lot about it. That's a baby inside of you. And there's no way I'm gonna let anything happen to it.
I suppose you're going to take care of the baby, huh? Take the whole responsibility? You're dreaming.
Maybe. But yeah, I'll take the responsibility for taking care of life. But I can't accept the responsibility for ending it.
Oh, come on.
Have you read the Hippocratic Oath?
No.
Well, I have. And I looked over it again today. I figured I'd better be sure about some things. Like life and death. Part of it says, I will not give to a woman an instrument to produce abortion. When I graduate, I have to take that oath. And if I stand by and watch you get an abortion, I become an accomplice to the murder of our firstborn. Here, look at this.
Oh, how could you?
Rachel, it's better that you see a picture of someone else's aborted fetus than to know for the rest of your life that you paid someone to do the same thing to our baby. I can't have anything to do with abortion. What could you possibly be afraid of? Don't you think I'll love you? You think I won't love you when you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Now is the best time for us to be together. Are you afraid that we can't manage just because a baby's coming to live with us?
You've really thought this over, haven't you?
I sure have. And I've even considered asking you to marry me.
Yeah?
If it wouldn't interfere with your sense of independence.
Oh, Brian, I love you. But now what?
We've got a son to raise.
A son?
Yeah, a son.
Got some shocking news for you, Doctor. It's a daughter.
How do you know?
I know. I just know.
I come to you, Mother, to announce. Oh, Mother, you are so blessed, for to live here on earth and to bring forth new birth to a child is pure happiness. The love of a child is a love that is real. In his purity all can see. The love, the faith, hope, and charity that's been given to you and me. Oh, Mother, can you not know the love that beats within your heart? Yearning for freedom to live, to love, to be of life a real part. A love of a child is a beautiful thing, with eyes so meek and mild. For with faith and love you'll be filled with hope, born of God's heart's desire. With God all things are possible, no matter what the strife. So be filled with the love of His great joy, for this reward of life. With God, all things are possible, no matter what the strife. So be filled with the love of His great joy, for this reward of life.
Where's your car parked?
Down in the student lot.
You want to come over for a while?
Sure. Is Sherry home yet?
Nuh-uh. She works till 10.
So what did you think?
It was all right.
Some of those slides were gruesome.
It's just sensationalism.
I don't think so.
Look, don't be so naive. You can't believe everything you hear. Remember that article you read on reincarnation? For weeks you walked around wondering who you used to be. Who are you this week, huh?
Dr. Livingston, I presume?
Oh, yes.
Don't be such a stick in the mud, old chap. Anything's possible, you know. Listen. Life's a lot more interesting when you believe in stuff like that. You know, like angels and elves and leprechauns.
There's one now.
Oh, come on. You gotta think with your heart, not just your head. I mean, like in Star Wars. Where did Obi-Wan Kenobi go?
Fantasy time, folks.
Hey, I'd like to know what souls do before they get here.
Why, they sit around and play harps, of course. Let's just get the call, right?
Now, listen, don't you think the Wright brothers knew what they were going to do beforehand? Don't you think souls prepare?
Tom?
Andy, listen. What if someone like Abraham Lincoln didn't make it? Where would we be today? And then you really think about abortion.
Shut up. Shut up.
And then you really think about abortion.
months ago, my girlfriend had an abortion. And neither of us have had any problems at all.
The pain of knowing that you are responsible for the death of your own child. And at that point, you have to turn to someone who really cares, who really loves you.
In the beginning, I come at last in answer to the call, to share the joy and wonder of new birth, proclaiming life's fiery destiny on earth, to love and be a soul that's free. I come sealed in the cradle of the heart. I come a cup of freedom to impart to all the souls who are yearning to be born, who want to rise with the sun and greet the morn, yearning to be a soul that's free. To have their victory, freedom just to try, freedom to ascend to the sky. You've no right to stop the beating of this heart, no right to stop this life just when it starts. I want to live, for I have the right to be. I want to do all that God has planned for me. And then I'll be a soul that's free.
A cup of freedom to